What is up, everybody? You got Mark, you got Matt here on Hangout Friday. What is going on? You got Doug. Maybe dropping by later. We'll see.
TBD. Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
But it's Hangout Friday. Hope you made it through the week, had a fun week. There's, kind of slow drop-wise, but picked up at the end of the week, Matt.
Yeah.
Little skateboard thrown at
Which
your face.
is fine.
What's up?
Yeah. I don't mind the lull in the week, or the last couple weeks really not being anything of substance dropping. Like, gives me a chance to kind of pursue other things that maybe I took a break from. Gives me a chance to save a little bit of money for the next drop, whatever that is. I'm fine with it. I think when we're getting to a point where there's like 4 drops in a single week, like it gets very not distracting, but like overwhelming, and you can't do that all the time. You got to give the heart a rest,
Oh wow. Okay. So I guess, Matt, let's kick it off, man. Let's kick it off with Kryptik, dude, because Kryptik started 11 a.m. this morning. I got in, I got a box, and I got the packs, the 4. Where are you? Here they are, the 4 starter decks. Matt, what'd you go with?
I got the second tier. I got the booster box.
That's it? Just the booster box?
Yeah. Yes, I just wanted to get in if I want to go back and add on.
The Noble Citizen. Yep, that's what I got. But I did an add on too. So.
Right, and I may go back and add on. I just want to make sure I got in, and I'm happy with what I got so far.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty happy with everything. Like with how everything started. I bet they are too. To hit. Oh, we got MD JR Rosa, what's up? Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. But here we go. Kryptik, we're gonna hit like 450,000 probably, soon during the show. 600 backers probably during the show. Man, that's a pretty nice start, dude, right?
Yeah, for 5 hours now.
5 hours plus, dude. You kidding me? I mean, this is great.
Can you really ask for? Yeah.
I know when we talked to him, when we interviewed him, I know they said they set the goal at 666,000. So yeah, fun in less than a minute. But then he also said they put in 100K, so that was the real goal, right? I mean, that's the real goal, right? That was kind of.
I was gonna say that's probably the real bare minimum. I don't know if that's the goal necessarily. I don't know realistically what Tanner may or may not think that this can achieve, but I mean, 500 grand, 500 large after 5 hours of work. It's a nice pay rate.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Make sure you get that free mystery pack. What are we talking about, Nuvix? Did we miss something? Is there an add-on of a free mystery pack?
I remember Tanner mentioning that. I didn't see it as an ad. Oh, there it is right there. The early bird mystery pack. So,
where is this? Huh?
Right at the bottom of the screen you're on now.
Oh, first 24 hours based on backer number. Oh, based on backer number. Yeah. There you go. So first 24 hours. So great. I was a little slow. I was like 100 something and change. But yeah, I was just a little slow. But only fantasy cards. Glad you were into it early. Yep. Yeah, for something like this, if we're gonna compare it to all the other like TCGs that are dropped, we'll go through the Kickstarter. Maybe we're gonna get ahead of ourselves here. Let's not do that. Let's look at the Kickstarter. Bureau, what's up, man? The early backers get it. Yeah. So your first 24 hours, guys. So you still got a chance, right? Yep. And that's pretty cool. Yep. So I'm a Noble Citizen, right? I get
yes, you are, Mark.
So I get 1 pack, dude. Are. I'm feeling pretty good about being a Noble Citizen. I'm all right with that. I'll take my 1. I mean, may contain sign cards. That's cool. You mentioned that, Yeah. So.
And Tanner did say that he was going to send us one of those the riddle boxes, I thought, which obviously we're probably going to do some sort of giveaway with that, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. For pretty much really everything we get sent, we'll probably pretty much give it away. That's pretty much how we'll kind of roll with these things. Spread the love of the game and just spread the love of the channel, But if they're expensive stuff, it'll probably only be to subs. So keep that in mind. If those packs and stuff like that, some of that early stuff is expensive. So it's kind of like we'll give it to the subs, give them a little love for throwing in. Okay, guys. So you just want to go through the Kickstarter, Matt? Is there anything else we kind of want to talk about before we're just going through it?
No, not really. I mean, we can go through kind of whatever you want. Tanner did a really nice job, and I guess all of us did, of kind of going through all the different tiers and all the different offerings. And
do you want backer number 600? I mean, this is your chance. If someone wants backer number 600, I mean, this is your chance. $5.99.
That's not bad.
No, not bad at all. So if you went to so we'll start going through this, guys. So if you went to the website earlier, you kind of already heard about the Kryptik Island stuff, but we'll go through it quickly. That's kind of the lore of the game, right? It's this Kryptik Island. That's kind of the story where this game or these characters are kind of all at in this TCG world, right? So you can read about it on the website. Check it out. So that's kind of, you know, what the basic game is kind of built around, all the characters and stuff, right? The theme, if you will.
Yep.
We want to revolutionize the TCG space by allowing our community to shape the future of the game. That's, you know, that's great. The involvement will promote buy-in from players, collectors alike. So they're saying they're going to listen. So, you know, hey, that's great to hear. And we talked about the early bird. So if you were first 24 hours, you get an extra pack. So depending on what you did, except for if you're the cheapest one, I guess you don't get one. So you have to get a booster pack or more, right? So pretty cool.
Booster, yeah.
You can get a pack, so pretty cool. And these are gonna come early, right? Is that correct?
I think so. What does it say at the bottom there? Packs make sure you back by noon on 4/16. I thought these were going first, but now I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, Doug. You can jump on in.
Yeah. I could talk to him. I'm over here typing to him. Like, what am I doing? Jeez, I'm done. Hey, Doug. Yeah, just hop on the channel, man. Whenever you're ready. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, these are gonna ship earlier. So how cool? And may contain test print signed cards. I mean, stuff like that. So there's gonna be chase stuff in there. And for for the longest. When I was quickly going through this, I thought this guy had a joint in his ear, and I was like, "That's hilarious." But no, I don't even know what that is. Probably a token for the game or something.
Or a token, yeah.
Or it could be a match. Some people keep matches in their ears. It's a thing.
Yeah.
But that would be funny. So here you go. It kind of talks about how to play, guys. I think with all these games we're invested in, right? You know, all like the different TCG stuff. They're all gonna have different gameplays, and I think one of them's gonna stick, right? I don't know really, you know, how to kind of look at it, but I think after one of these is gonna be ahead of the pack, and I'm not really sure which way is gonna do it, right? But I know about this game that you could play right from a booster box, so I think that's a big deal, right?
Yeah, the ease to play and not the barrier to entry necessarily, but well, I guess barrier to entry. Like when you were going through the MetaZoo video, like you were talking about how one of the main detractions of that game is that you couldn't play initially because there was no aura in any of those packs. So you're just kind of shit out of luck. Like you just have to wait for additional product. Whereas Tanner was really, really clear that like you can buy a booster pack and play, or buy a booster box and have plenty of cards to play with. Like the ease to play with this game is certainly seems to be a lot higher than a lot of the other TCGs that are on Kickstarter. God knows what's going to happen to them in the long run, but like we said this before, and I've said it before, like there's not a lot of things to not be optimistic about this game and like the success rate that it may have. Like it seems to be pretty easy to catch on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things. So like, let's keep going through the Kickstarter, and that's the thing, guys. If in chat, if you see something you don't like, let us know. Like, let's talk through it. Like, let's be honest about it. Do we play by 2 players in our standard format or 4 players in a more casual format? Cool. Requires nothing more than some Kryptik decks to get started. Dice, tokens, mats, boards, no need for that. So that's great. You can play that, you know, at school lunchroom, right? You know?
Yep.
Easy the option to put on draft or sealed deck events. So that's kind of cool. You could just, or you could literally just play with a booster box with friends. So how cool, guys. So just get a booster box so you could play. Each game of Kryptik represents your life on Kryptik Island. That's more of the lore, so it's kind of cool. You're a citizen with 66 years to prove your worth to the overseers, and these years are represented by your 6 11-year cards. You must work towards victory by slinging spells and commanding your citizens' allies to attack your opponent in an effort to destroy all of their 11-year cards. Hit them one more time and you destroy their final 11-year card and you win the game. So that's how you win and lose. Oh, Tanner, what's up, man? Welcome.
There's Tanner. What up, Tanner?
We're going through kind of the rules and stuff in the Kickstarter. But yeah, guys, that's a pretty cool explanation. It makes it kind of, you know, a start to finish game, and that's how you're going to win. So it's a lot of times it's life points. A lot of times it's, you know, owning a certain gem or something like that, or destroying the opponent's gem. And here you're destroying these life cards, which is interesting. There's all these different like forms of games, and if you guys can kind of think, when you guys play a lot of computer games and stuff, Steam games, man, there's Slay the Spire, dude. That's like a very cool card game, which is different than like Hearthstone or something like that, which is just a totally different one. And then there's Monster Train, which is a crazy different one where you're going down levels. There's just all these different ways to play these different card games. And I like that it's different because something might stick. And I think MetaZoo's fourth wall effect, I don't think that should be overlooked, man. I think that's why, I mean, besides it being kind of recognizable stuff, I think that's a big part of the game. So it being different's cool. So I don't know. You got anything else to say about gameplay, Matt?
No, I mean, admittedly, like I don't play any trading card games. Like it's not something that I certainly didn't have an interest in it when I was in like the high school and junior high when like Magic the Gathering first kind of caught on, then Yu-Gi-Oh and all these things. Like
we were playing. Well, we when we were getting, it was the poker craze. I mean, it really was.
Correct.
I mean, yeah, there were TCGs like. Yeah, like Magic the Gathering was big. There were like, you know, Pokemon was catching on a little bit, but it was poker, you know. So.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Like, and for at least me personally, like it was usually video games. So like I never really got into the trading card game aspect. And there have been versions of board games that we've all played, like Boss Monster and stuff like that, where like it is a type of trading card game, like a board game. So the interest for me to personally, like, I don't have a lot of knowledge as far as like what kind of gameplay makes the most sense and is grounds for succession compared to other ones. Like that's not a strength of mine. I can only go off of what I know about like the Kickstarter, what the information I'm getting, the person that's creating it, like that's what I go off of. And I certainly like what I see. Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I would say, Matt, I'm pointing out more the variety. I don't know either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to know till more and more people get their hands on it, you know? And I think that's what's really going to drive it is really, you know, just playing the game, people having a lot of fun. So, but yeah, Tanner, absolutely, man. You know, we're just kind of being honest about the game. So you made a great product. So, you know, you should be very proud of it. So, you know, pretty cool. And the hit, what are we at now? We'll give it a refresh.
606. Someone got it.
Someone got the fat 600. So 447. Yeah, we'll hit 450 during the show. And 606. Pretty cool. Yep. So come on, keep on going. So guys, here are your backer rewards. So here are the different tiers. And I did want to point out. So he mentioned this. These starter decks, right? I might have to zoom ahead of here. We'll come flashing back, guys. Don't worry about it. The starter decks are 40 card decks and 2 booster packs. So you get 2 booster packs. So pretty cool, right? So keep that in mind. Oh yeah, and Tanner's here in chat, guys. So if you got any questions in chat, just hit him up. Just chat to him. And Matt, you got any? I got any. We'll hit him up for sure. So you guys, here's the thing. So there's, you know, the boosters, and you get the promo cards too. They each have the different color. You can see the backing is going to be different. What does it say? Black border, and it's going to change. Here we go. Silver border, and it changes as you go up. So me and Matt, we're both noble citizens over here, looking good. Overlord, noble overlord, overseer, noble overseer, and then OG6 overseer, and I think that sold out, right? Yeah, the original 6 is out, and Kryptik Island overseer is out. So
wow,
pretty cool.
That's good news. Yeah.
So there you go. Local game store stuff, more of that, you know.
Yeah,
check it out.
I'm with you, Hendo. Yeah, like I was pretty much done with a lot of the Kickstarter stuff because it was a bit of a slog. Like I don't even know if you can remember how many there were, Mark, but it felt like there was between like Nostalgics and then Titan and then Knights and Summons and then I don't know if I count Battle.
The other ones like D Spirits, Korra, like the stuff before that, even
Like I was just tired of them because they all kind of blended together for me, and I wasn't really interested in any of them. Some of them, I'm like, I'll throw some money in case it does anything, and then I'll just sell it. But like, Kryptik kind of pulled me back in. Like, admittedly, like I'm not sure if I'm gonna play the game at all. I'll be interested once we get it in our hands.
Yeah, because people would say like maybe sorcery pulled me back in, but sorcery sorcery was there for 7 months. People knew about it. I mean that was just they were just slow playing it for so long that it really didn't have the feel of something that new. You know what I mean? This is a feel of something more new and something that's slightly different, right? You know? So
no, you're right.
So that's good. So and all these things, it's kind of one of those things. We'll see what happens. I think it's worth it because of the different kind of tiers, maybe, but we'll see. Make your own choice too. We're just going to keep kind of going through. So we have different add-ons, guys. They're going to be announced, obviously. So here you go. Those will be exciting. Here we go. We made our sealed products add-on so backers have the ability to really customize their pledge. So I agree with this, guys. You really have a chance to customize your pledge, and you could get some packs and get in on the cheapest tier. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's like buying those Ando boxes for $35 or $50 and getting 5 packs, Yep. So, it's just pretty cool. But it's kind of one of those things, yeah. Like, where are you going to put your monies, guys? Like, you have $100, $150, like, where are you going to go with it? And guys, just talk more about rarities, polls, things like that. Each pack, here's kind of cool, right? So you're going to get a random foil per card, or per pack. So that's what it's going to be. So it's not going to be like sorcery where it's like, 1 per 4 packs or whatever. Mm-hmm. So pretty cool. And you get a non-game piece to be announced. We'll see. Noble rares 1 and 3. So the rare and noble rare, that's kind of cool. The noble rare is 1 and 3. So that's really kind of, but the random foils, you want a random foil noble rare, right? You get 1 per box of the full art. So that's pretty cool. 1 per booster. There you go. And we'll have more stuff. So 1 per case, 1 per master case, and then a 1 of 1 cards to be announced. So, pretty cool.
Pack contains a foil. Okay, that's smart. Each pack contains a foil.
Yeah,
I do love. Yeah.
That's a great point. Now that you mentioned that with the sorcery thing, that might be an issue. Oh, we got Doug back?
Here's Doug.
In the building.
Oh, man. All right. Hold on a second. Hold on.
You look great.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome, Doug.
Mark, can you see me?
I got you.
All right, perfect, man. Hey, so I caught on, I was watching, and then I got here. I know we're talking about Kryptik. And if Tanner, if you're still in the chat, is he still in the chat? I have no.
Yep.
Okay. Like, I just quickly, did you guys ask him, like, man, briefly, 450,000, gonna get to 500,000 probably by the end of the show? Like, Tanner, I mean, was this expected? Does anybody ever expect to make $500,000 in a day, though? Like,
I wake up every morning. We kind of left
it. It was awesome, and high fives all around. But yeah.
I mean, to me, that's one of those things, guys, where it's like, dude, $450,000 in a day. Like, what? And look, where people were pumped up about things like Grand Archive, things like Nostalgics getting close to $1 million by the end of it. Man, this is outrageous.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I think it kind of shows what kind of following it had and like the amount of confidence that a lot of people had in this. Like, I said it to Mark when we were on the show. Like, there's not a lot to not be optimistic about with this game. Like, it's. I mean, Tanner can speak for himself. I don't want to speak for him, but like, when we were interviewing him on Monday, like, it doesn't sound like there wasn't anything he was unprepared for. And granted that maybe everyone goes into the process thinking that way, where they feel like it's a completely finished product and there are no holes that can be poked. But like, it feels like very complete. It doesn't feel like anything needs to be tinkered with.
I think that's it, right? I mean, I think that's the thing people are picking up on. And I think if we're going to take anything away from this Kickstarter and the previous with Sorcery, like, people are going to support you if you have something for them to support. They're not going to support your idea, like your dream. They're going to support a game. If it's actually a game out there, if there's cards out there, there's art, you have things to show people, they're going to support you. And guys, this is proving it, right? I mean, this looks fantastic. $450,000 a day, 609 backers. Mm-hmm. Picked up 10 since you guys started. I was watching Mark was saying you have a chance to be backer 600.
That's right.
Somebody took that
chance.
Is
that you, Doug? You get to open that second account? No.
No, I just want to tell you guys my backer. So I did a booster, and I did a booster box, and then I did 4 booster decks, because I know, like Tanner was saying, man, they come with 2 packs.
Right.
They come with 2 packs each. So I threw 8 packs on there and they have decks as well. And one of the things I like best about it, so we talk about just the investment part of it. I love ripping packs, Matt. I know you love ripping packs. Mark, I know you love ripping packs. So we're talking the Kickstarter boosters. We're going to be ripping them, but I just wanted something I could probably keep sealed for a minute.
Yeah, let me see if go ahead, Matt.
No, Doug's right. Like, at the end of the day, like, no matter how confident I am in a Kickstarter, I'm not going to hold any sealed product. That's just not what I do. Right. ABR, always be ripping. That's what we do.
That's it, man.
So like I'm jacked up to get these boxes and open or box for me personally and open the packs. But like you make a good point, Doug. If you buy the separate packs and add them on top, like that gives you something where you feel like you're having your cake and eating it too. Like you have your box, your booster box with your packs. Then if you want to set something aside for later, you don't have to open those.
Right, that's it. There was no tempting. Like I wasn't tempted. I had a whole booster box of packs. I could set these aside, walk away for a minute. And the thing, look, you're gonna get the backer bonus for being first day backer, right? First 24 hours, you get that mystery, whatever, right? So there's that too. I think my ripping itch is going to be scratched. And Mark, I think you said you only got the booster decks. Is that correct?
No, here I was just gonna say. Let me pull up the add-ons because I have it here. But no, yeah. So I got the booster box, the Noble Citizen, the one booster box, and then I added on the starter decks. So I was gonna do
starter. You did the starter deck set. I did the booster deck set.
Oh,
okay,
maybe I did the booster decks. Yes. No, this is Doug. Thanks for bringing that up. Maybe I screwed this up. I don't know. I did a starter deck.
Well, that's got a 1 there, so it makes me feel like you did the starter. Okay.
I did the starter deck because the packs, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 4 random booster decks you did, Doug, right?
Yeah, I did. Because, like I said, when Tanner was on the show, Tanner explained, look, there's packs in these things, and fuck. I'll be damned if I don't love ripping packs. So, worst case, I get the itch. I could just bust them open. It's fine for me. This is great. This is kind of one of those things also, gang. And I don't know what you guys felt about it. But for 157-ish out the door, and I had I got, 8 bonus packs on top of a booster box. That's what I think 44 packs. I mean, I felt very good about that number.
Here you go. Tanner said they're going to release a video explaining the difference between starter decks and booster decks. So yeah, I got the 4 starter decks. You got the 4 booster decks. So we'll see who did better. I think I did better, but we'll find out.
No, what's better, Mark? What more enjoyable is ripping packs? Matt, you're with me, I think.
Well, there's going to be packs in the starter decks too, right? Right? Yeah.
No. Okay, maybe I misheard. Maybe I thought the starter decks. Oh shit! Did I get it backwards? Then I'm switching. Mark,
I think you got it backwards. I think I got it correct. Yes.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, we're gonna have to watch the video, and we'll talk about it Monday.
There you go. Starter decks have the
son of a bitch. All right, so I'm switching. I'm getting starter decks.
You're getting starter decks. So there you go. Perfect.
Yeah. Let me restart. I've switched.
And if you're confused, watch the video that plays. But yeah, I got the starter deck. So yes. So yeah, it's a little bit of a price difference, but really, I'm not going to sweat it. I mean, it's $12.
$17.
Right?
It's $12.
37 to 52. Yeah, right. $15. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. And then we go, and then I get a booster box, but you could add another one if you wanted to. I mean, that's kind of why it's we'll see. But right now, it's kind of I'm happy with this, and like I said, this is kind of I'm kind of happy spending a few $100s. In the TCGs I kind of believe in, and I feel like I got a nice spread of product across the board that if it does do well, I could turn this into more and more and more and keep on flipping and getting better and better stuff, because I got in at the ground level, right?
Hey, Mark, great point there, Matt. I was going to ask you this as well. Do you feel like being able to get in on it April 15th is important because you have that whole 30 days now till May 15th to decide if things start going sideways, you can get out. But if things start getting better, you can just click add-ons. Like you already got what you wanted. Yeah. You're in on that mystery one. So it feels like being in early is maybe more important with Kickstarters than we originally had given it credit for. Would you agree with that, Matt?
Yes. And I would say that I would never join a Kickstarter late, like towards the end, unless A, I just found out about it, or B, I couldn't make up my mind. But your point is correct. Like, I would much rather get in very early and then use those 30 days to kind of weigh my decision. But more often than not, and so like looking at it from both sides of the coin, like I did that with Grand Archive. I got in early, very early. And then as we got more and more information about how shitty it was, I used that time to then jump out. Whereas in this case with Kryptik, like you get the mystery pack, like you said, for being one of the first backers. Like I don't see a scenario where I jump out of this, but I have time to decide if for some reason I go broke and I need that $150.
Well, exactly. And you open yourself up to saying if things start getting better, sounding better to you, you open yourself to adding more add-ons, being like, okay, this is dope. I'm glad I got in on this. Like, obviously, I fucked up. Look, I got some decks I don't want. I'm gonna go back and fix it. But thankfully, I got in April 15th instead of May 15th at noon when I was like, fuck, kick myself in the dick. This is important, gang, and I think that's the takeaway from this whole conversation we're having here at the end. It's just like, look, you have time, use it. Give yourself as much time as you can, and if you quote unquote invest or you back early, they don't take your money. They don't take it till the 15th of May. So, give yourself a minute, figure it out.
Right. And plus Tanner said that like as more and more information gets released, that's going to make people want to, most likely going to make them want to invest more. And there may be a finite amount of some of these giveaways and add-ons. So like you want to be ready when this stuff drops. You want to already have your pledge in so you can add on as quickly as possible because it may be gone.
You never know. Like, I mean, I know a lot of times they say unlimited stuff, but you never know.
You never know.
Is there a billion? I mean, we don't know what the number actually is out there. Potentially everything can run out. That's the way I treat it. And I'd rather be set in my spot early and have to drop things than being late, not set in my spot and try to scramble to pick things up, right? You sit kind of in a catbird seat when you have your stuff and you're left like, okay, now I get to decide what's going on. So I think it's important. And Mark, great job, Mark. Get smarter than me in getting the starter decks.
Hey, I'm making it clear for everybody. I'm glad I brought up these promos that we could look at them. And I just want to say one more thing about the early bird is I like that it's not numbered or tied to your number, because some people do that scamming stuff where it's like, oh, I'm always gonna be number one, number two. It's like, all right, well, whatever. It's like everyone's first 24 hours, we're all getting it. So I kind of like that. Let me ask you guys, what do you like better? Do you like an early bird that'll give you $10 off? Or do you like an early bird that'll give you an extra pack or a promo or something like that? What do you like better?
Ooh, that's a great question, Mark. And I think it comes down to how big of a discount are you giving me? How limited are so if, let's say you only have we have 10,000, let's say, or 5,000 booster boxes, right? That's your number. And the first 500 at $20 off. I certainly would probably feel better about the $20 off the first edition booster limited to 5,000 just because it's limited. I got it cheaper. There's more margin there for me. But then with something like this where look, we print them, you buy them, we'll print them. It's no big deal. I think the add-ons are going to be important. And again, Matt, this isn't knocking anybody. It's something we've said for a long time. Is look, the percent of the population who's interested in trading card who actually uses Kickstarter, it's not very high. It's still not a high number. You could sell one of these to everybody who uses Kickstarter, who likes trading cards. And I'll tell you, there are going to be a bunch more on your Facebook Marketplace, on your eBay, wherever you plan on selling these, who are going to want these. Like, what is this? Well, this is kind of what I do. It's like, no, it's not what you do. Figure it out.
There are a lot of people that know what Kickstarter is, but don't know to look on it for things like this. They just kind of, like you said, and it's the same thing with barrier to entry with when we talk about like Atomic Hub with the Funko and Hot Wheels. Like some people just don't have the knowledge or don't have like the assertiveness to go and research stuff themselves. They just kind of wait for stuff to come to them and it through means that they're more comfortable with.
Yeah. And I would say like the fast spreading knowledge of Discord and things like that is still a little new. A lot of people don't use it. So things like that, some people just don't even hear about it. Yeah, so I'm with you guys. And then it's only 30 days. And some people are just busy, you're going on vacation, you're getting out of town, you lose 10 days right there. I mean, something's going on. You could very easily, just miss it. So all of that stuff happening.
That's a great point. That's a great point, Mark. We don't know, maybe 30 days, this 30 days, you don't have 160 extra bucks, but next month you will. Well, you missed out. You've missed. You're going to have to catch it on the secondary market. And Mark, that's a tremendous point, is that people's situations also, you can't decide, I don't know what's going on with somebody's life. Maybe they'll have more money come November when these things come out, which is, possible for everybody. When you have time to kind of plan and save for something, you obviously have a better chance of buying it. So maybe,
Doug, somebody might have made a large bet on the Suns and Bucks making it to the NBA Finals. I don't know if you heard about that, but go ahead, continue. So when that cashes, then he could get in, but go ahead.
Go Bulls. Go Bulls. Go Bulls.
Bulls are going to get swept. Mark my words. Swept.
No, they're not going to get swept. No sweep. Let me tell you something.
You want to make a gentleman's
Matt, is that a Bulls jersey or is that a Bulls sweatshirt you got on, or what is that?
I wish it was, Mark. I wish it was. I wish I had a Bulls jersey on it said "Rip it off and reveal." DeRozan. No, you know what though? Let me say this. I think the Bulls in the regular season were taking it easy at the end. Nothing to play for anymore. They're pretty much locked into one of those lower seeds. Didn't even fucking matter. So here's what's going to happen, brother. We're across the border to Wisconsin. Giannis in the middle of the floor, and they're just going to take him down. Take him down.
Okay.
All
Hold
it
him
needs
to
is one
45
injury,
points a
Doug.
game.
One injury, man. It could happen, dude.
Over under 1.5 games, the Bulls win in this series.
Ooh.
See, that's
One
not
and
fair.
a half?
He's a swept. They're gonna win one. They're gonna
0.5. Are you giving me one and a half or 0.5?
1.5.
Oh,
See, that's
under.
not fair. See, that's yeah.
Under.
You just said they were gonna win.
They're gonna win one game.
Win a game. Win a game.
But the Bucks are gonna go up 3-0 and then take it easy, and the Bulls will win one game and then they'll lose.
Well, there you go.
I think the Bulls will make it hard on them. I do think
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They're not
I
gonna be
think
any
Milwaukee.
cupcakes.
I think Milwaukee wins game 1, maybe in a blowout, and then the Bulls maybe pick it up in game 2, game 3,
Maybe.
steal one of those, and make it a kind of a 5-game series that went longer than it should have. But I think the Bulls will win a game. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. Look,
Okay.
Patrick Williams is getting his legs under him. This isn't a Tony Snell situation. We're not talking Tony Snell. We're not talking any of those clowns out there anymore. This is a good team, good athletic team. So I think.
All right.
I think
Okay.
there's
We'll put on the line, Matt. You're gonna. What are we doing over under? What are you gonna say? Because we could put on the line Emilio
agree with Doug.
Estevez.
I agree with Doug. Like, I'd like to think they would sweep, but I think the Bulls probably win. Like Birdman says, I think the Bulls probably win a throwaway game, maybe a game at home when they're down 2-0 or whatever it ends up being. That's why I'm more comfortable with 1.5. If anyone thinks the Bulls are going to win 2 games.
That's nuts. Two's nuts. Look, I'm
They're
a
not
fan.
gonna win 2.
Look, there could be injuries though. That's somebody just banking on an injury, saying Giannis is going down. I think Vuk. See, the thing about the Bulls, right? If you have a guy go off like DeRozan, or you have Levine go off a night,
And especially
Giannis
if they
is
go off
maybe
same night. Yeah.
slowed.
Go ahead, Doug. Yeah.
Yeah. And where Giannis is maybe slowed down, maybe it's they're a couple games up and they're not going to burn Giannis out to stop just some insane game. They're just like, fuck it, let him score 90 points today. We'll figure it out next weekend. It's going to happen. It happens all the time in the playoffs. Rarely do you get swept, and I don't think the Bulls are bad enough to get swept. They'll keep their head in the games, I think, for all 4 games, the first 4 games. Game 5 they'll probably lose. But there you go. I think the Bulls get at least one. At least one.
Okay. Well, all right. If anyone wants a wax celebrity NFT, just drop your wax wallet in the chat. I'll throw you one.
I thought I was going to get Emilio. I dropped my wax wallet in the chat yesterday. Mark.
Did you?
got
I
no
missed
Emilio.
it. Oh no.
What
Oh,
about
okay.
that Mark? What about that Mark McGrath? Is that one?
Whoa,
one?
you
available?
want it?
Whoa.
Yeah,
what-
I do.
Yeah. What do you know? Do
Here
you
you
know
go.
it off your
Here
head?
you go. Yeah, YVFR4. YV. V is in Victor.
YVFR4.
4.wham. Yep. It is gonna be sweet ass sweet.
YVFR4.wham, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Boom shakalaka.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh, that killer panda, you got one coming.
Mine's a VF5R4.wham, Mark.
Hold on, we got Doug. Get in line, buddy. Hold on.
Hey, I was supposed to be in line yesterday. I was told yesterday.
That's true. I thought Doug was getting one already. I thought he already had it.
That's what I
How about
thought.
Fetty
This
Wap?
was-
With Trap Queen.
Whoa.
Dude,
Whoa.
Right?
Fetty Wap sold yesterday. Did you look? Fetty Wap is
Fetty
sold.
Wap's awesome,
He has a
dude.
history.
Fetty Wap, that Trap Queen song, do you remember how popular it is? And there was a baseball team that like consistently said
Yeah.
like 1738 just constantly. No?
Hi Jeff.
Jeff, what's up, man?
Premium Hot Wheels.
Yeah, go ahead and send one of those. I decided, speaking of premium Hot Wheels, like, I know that I bought that custom auto for $32, knowing that it's not gonna realistically probably never gonna go below that. But I feel I have like 2 of each of those. I have 2 of the Arista Rats and 2 of the custom autos. Like, I don't care, man. I'm just gonna sell those and fill out my legendary set for Nickelodeon.
Well,
Like, I don't even want them.
That's an interesting thing. We've kind of put a pin in Kryptik, right? So you guys have 30 days. Keep an eye on it. And again, like Tanner has said a bunch of times, he said there's gonna be some fire announcements. So pay attention to that, because there might be things you're gonna want to add on to your backing. Now, look, if you don't want to, you just want to ride to the end, you can do that. Or if there's something that turns you off, you can bail. But the beauty is get in early. That's what we're talking about. All right, so let's move on to Hot Wheels. And Matt, this is an interesting conversation to have. I absolutely hate the lower tier premiums.
bad.
in
They're
the
really
second
bad.
set.
Yep.
These are rat rods that nobody wants in the secondary market. I don't know who you're selling these to. I don't like them. And look, I'm not my target audience. So, again, it doesn't mean it's not going to sell. I'm not my target audience. I just have a hard time, if I don't think it's good, of me trying to sell it to someone. Like, I could sell those fucking dolls all day, the Monster High dolls all day, because I know what they are. They're rare. I know they're a popular brand, and I know these girls are the OGs. What in the hell am I looking at here with these?
Yeah, and so you made a good point. Like, the market is telling you that people don't like these.
Yeah, because
These are literally half. These are less than half of what the other NFTs were selling for from Series 1. Less than half. That tells you that people don't care about these, and you're right, Doug. People prefer actual make and model. If I had to, granted, I also am not target audience.
Well, what about the Corvette here? That's the one kind of hanging $71. You think that's fair?
That's reasonable.
I think that one, Mark, is specific. I think it's specific, and people will like it. Mark, click on it. Oh, you got it clicked on. Perfect.
Yeah,
okay, so so this is a specific car, right? Mm-hmm. Specific cars will do better for you than rat rods, than weird shit that. Not seen out there. There are people who just collect Corvettes, believe it or not, gang. There are Corvette fans in this world. Are there auto fans in this world? Where it's like only autos for Doug, and enough to make you money over $35. Mark, Matt, both you guys, contrast this to the Twin Mill we talked about last series, right?
Yep.
Twin Mill, 1968 design. Twin Mill, it's red line cars, so the original red lines of the Twin Mill do fantastic on eBay. Mm-hmm. Twin Mill has a few other short print, low numbered cars that do fantastic. So those have a history for me. They're a car from a specific year. It's feeling real good. That shit, the auto and the fucking, what is the other one? The
Aristorat.
Are
Get
crappy.
the fuck out of here, man.
But the Corvette, and then you look at the Honda S2000. The Honda S2000's killing it as well. I mean, that's just another kind of just,
Right. So you're seeing the market speak right before your eyes. That rat rods and other cars like that aren't. Now look, that's not all rat rods, because if you look, there are rat rods that sell in the history of Hot Wheels and stuff, and it's not to say all rat rods are bad, but you're seeing there is a bit of fatigue that happens when you get a lot of a certain rat rod out there. They're just not comparable to these. These do better. The S2000 mark is fantastic. What is it selling for right now? The S2000?
It's like
I believe
130,
128. Yeah. And I just saw it right here. It says collection at the bottom, night burners. Does that matter or anything like that? Those collection thing. I haven't really looked into it, so it's kind of a surprise question.
Mark, that beats the shit out of me.
Okay, yeah, surprise question for you. Yeah, I don't know either. Okay.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Yeah. Right.
No, I know about as much about Hot Wheels collections. I don't know a lot about them. I do know, each collection has a treasury card, like when you buy them from the in Walmart or wherever you get the packs of 5, and try to look for a treasure hunt. So yeah, I think that'd probably be the only important thing, but I don't know, just not my style. Honda S2000 I think's great. Corvette, I think the Corvette at 71, Matt, I think that's underrated.
That's not bad. That's not bad. And
right, would you trade
two autos,
two of the lower price ones for one Corvette?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely?
Yeah.
Okay, geez, I got 2 of the lower price ones. Guess I'm going to get a Corvette later. All right.
Yeah, Matt, you're spot on with that. Just talk about where you're best spending your dollar. And the odds you sell 2 autos. Like, how long does it take you to sell 2 fucking autos anyway? You get a Corvette, that's probably easy mover too, man. That's probably some good, you got good sales velocity on eBay once those are out. I think you'll be all right.
It's a sharp car. It's a sharp Corvette. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, when I bought that one for 32, when we were on the show, 32 is incredibly low. And yet, realistically, if I were to have waited that out, held onto that auto until the redemption process, gotten the coin, redeemed the coin, and gotten the physical Hot Wheel, I could have sold that for more than $32. But the point is, and we've talked about this before, is what's the return on the investment, and how long do I have to hold that investment to make money? If I invest $32 now and have to wait 6 months to get this car, and then I sell that car for $60, you're telling me I wait 6 months to make $30 or $20? It's a waste of my time. I could take that money now, invest it into something that can make me a lot more money in a shorter span of time. It doesn't make any sense to hold it.
That's the thing, Matt. Say you make $10 this month on that sale. Whatever, you got $10. Well, that $10 extra, you can invest in something else that has a higher velocity. And I hate to keep bringing up how great I did on these F1 cards, but I was buying these F1 cards for $7 up to 2 weeks ago, right? And now I'm flipping them for over $50. But I had that $7. I had that money in Dapper or whatever this other shit, whatever those moments were. Like, I could hold my NFT moments, man, like you said, and perhaps make money in 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. Or I could take a small profit now, turn that into something else.
Yep.
And I think that's the secret here, is if you keep your money moving and you keep making profits and taking profits, you'll probably outpace any long-term investment you plan on having. And that includes boxes of sealed product. Like, hey, Matt, great. Let's say somebody's buying a sealed box of fucking Wilderness right now for $104, and they think in 14 to 18 months it's going to be $200. Awesome, you doubled up. That's great. I promise you, you give me $100 today, I could turn it into $200 at least in 14 months. Shit, give me 30 days, I'll do it. It's silly business. This is silly business.
Yes, I think people, and that this is a really great larger point, is that you can't just look at the amount of money you make on something. You have to look at how long you have to hold it to make that money. If, like you said, if you buy a Wilderness box and you have to wait a year to double your money, then are you really making money? Because you could have put that money into something else and made more money over that same span of time. So in a roundabout way, you're losing money.
Well, man, here's the thing. You sell 2 autos. Let's say you sold 2 fucking autos. You got $75, okay?
Yeah.
That's $75. I bought Draculaura. You held it, and let's say you're like, I'm going to get this Corvette in 6 months when they let me redeem it, and that Corvette's going to be worth $200. My Draculaura is $250 to $300 right now, and it's not even released yet. I could pre-sell that, get $250 to $300 in my hand right now. Well, you're still waiting on your original $75 investment to grow. Take that $250, keep buying, or I could take that $250, man, buy back into Corvettes and have 3 or 4 Corvettes now. And I turn that 1 Corvette into 4 Corvettes just by making 1 extra move, if that was your goal in life. And that's what you should be doing with your investments. Pay attention. Don't look at an investment in the vacuum and say, this was going to double up for me in 14 months. That's silly. Yep. Look at all your investments as a whole and say, who's slowing me down? Who's a time burglar? Get those time burglars out of there.
Yeah.
And inversely or conversely, I don't know which would be the right one, but like, it's okay to make $20 or $10 in a transaction if that's an instantaneous transaction.
Yes.
Doug, you were talking about buying and flipping cards on Dapper with Dapper, where it would be a lot of like not micro transactions, but instantaneous transactions. You'd buy something for $15 and sell it an hour later for $20. Like, if someone's gonna hand you money right away, no matter how big or small, take it. Yeah. Like, don't turn down money.
What I was showing Mark, and this is something I kind of showed Mark on, and I don't know if we did it on a show or not, Mark, but I showed Mark.
I don't know if we ever did it. I think we talked about it, but I don't think we showed it. You know what I mean? We just casually talked about it. I don't think anyone copied it. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did.
No, I don't think anybody did it. Last summer, what was happening was Dapper, the floor for Dapper common moments was $3, but they dropped it too. Some idiot some guy would just put it at $2, want to get his money out. Well, I'd buy it at $2 right away, put it at $3, and it'd sell 1 minute later. And I know it's like, oh, Doug, that's $1. Actually, it's like 85 cents. I think their fee was 15%, or maybe it's 10%. So it was 90 cents. I was making 90 cents profit, but I could do that like 15 to 20 times an hour if I'm paying attention.
Yeah, guys, and here it is. Like, I just kind of pulled up my Dapper thing 8 months ago. Yeah. Here it is, just pages of things sold for $3 that I bought for $2. So there you go.
Yeah, and you were sitting there on the money though. Like, you had the money in Dapper.
I was making $1 per transaction, and here, you know, it just kind of, and I could load more. I mean, they keep on going.
It was there. I was sitting there hanging out. I was literally watching college football as I was doing that. I was like, well, I could just click and do this.
It was on my phone, just dicking around. Yeah.
Like, like, if you're gonna be on your phone anyway, might as well be making like 90 cents every like minute. So why not? You know, you're making doctor money. Yeah, and it was nothing. It was the easiest thing in the world. Like, obviously, you get a little tired of it. You stop doing it because you're like, well, shit. But we were doing it. We built up a huge Dapper balance. Turn that Dapper balance into USDC coin. Turn that USDC coin into wax. Turn that wax into Funko physical redemptions. Also turn that wax into Hot Wheel physical redemptions, because I was like, okay, let me put into something longer term so I can go focus on something else, because it's too much focusing on electric money.
And that's the whole thing, guys. With these NFTs, these physical redemptions have held steady through the wave of the wax coin price. I mean, the coin price has gone up 15, 20, down 15, 20%, and these prices have held pretty steady. So that's just very good to see that, you know, you can have something in this, you know, crypto world that's steady, you know, that holds a price that really is
absolutely
stable. So that's really cool to see. So, you know, all that. But one last thing I do want to point out on this Hot Wheels, Doug, just comparatively, the Camaro to the Corvette, and the Camaro, this redemption coin selling for $91, and just the look of the car and stuff like that, you know, maybe it's different collectors and all that. You got to look at that. But I'm just saying, the Chevy Camaro, the Chevy Corvette. Give me a Corvette all day. So.
Right. Well, that's the thing is you have to look at these series and kind of don't look at things in a vacuum anymore. Like that's happening too much. People like in a vacuum. I made good money on my Camaro. Well, sell this damn Camaro. Go buy a Corvette.
Right.
Take your $20 extra. Go invest in something else. But you could swap. Keep swapping. Like the only reason, and I'll be honest with you, the only reason I turned my USDC into wax was to buy these tokens for these redemptions, and I was told 21 days. After I redeemed it, they have not sent me an email.
No, I haven't got
and
shit,
been
Doug.
way over. I was like, dude, there goes my quick flip. But that's the point, Mark, is you used a great example here, and I think this is important for people to look at, is take a look at the series and compare them to each other. Don't look at a series in the vacuum. Say, would you rather have this red Camaro here, whatever, the SS Camaro?
Yeah, let me pull them up next to each other so we can compare side by side.
Yeah. I just look at them and you use your eyes. Your eyes aren't going to lie to you. You'll get a first reaction out of yourself. Just be honest with yourself of what you think when you see it.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
you're not going to lie to yourself. You're not going to lie to yourself. What would you rather have in your collection? That or this? Bottom line, what would you rather have? And you're not lying to yourself. You'd rather the Corvette. Don't be stupid.
Right.
Sell that Camaro. Take that 20 extra bucks, man. And look, like we kind of joke about, but Mark's Leaf autographs or whatever was something for 20 bucks. Mark did. But what about saying you're investing in some of these Pro Set Football before the draft? You might make a few % profit on that anyway. Just a way to use your wax and get it to keep growing while you're sitting waiting for things.
Yeah, and that's an excellent point. Like you can make those same types of microtransaction if you're smart enough, and anyone that has the right amount of time and patience and smarts can make a lot of money. And like you using those microtransactions on Dapper is an excellent point. Like there was a floor of these. I don't think I've never seen a moment go below $2. Maybe they sell for $1 if it's like the worst of the worst, but realistically, like if you buy one for $2, if you hold out long enough, or sometimes not long at all, you can sell it for $3. If you're willing to be patient and put in the right amount of time to do these sorts of things, you can make money really, really easily. And if you're okay with like rolling over things and kind of leveling up on some, like in using the Hot Wheels as an example, like if you have a Camaro and you're like, I think that the Corvette is going to top out higher, sell it and level up and get the next best thing.
Well, I think an important point you point out, Matt, about those Dapper NFTs, the NBA Top Shot NFTs, is look, Mark and I recognized that was during a season when the commons, their max number was I think like 30,000. The commons of this series are 60,000. So we're talking about don't look at things in a vacuum. Look at them compared against each other. And those numbered to 30,000. It was a joke not to be buying them at $2 because they're rolling out a whole new set of commons that's going to totally tank the market. But like you said, Matt, they rarely go for $1. They're going to be the $2 floor, and these 30,000 are going to create a new floor. So it was a perfect storm of things that went well. Now, back to these cars for a minute, though, and this is another thing to point out, is like, if you're not in love with cars, you can still buy one of these and profit when the fucking tokens come out and they split off. If you're like, well, they're going to split, I'll buy one before. Do it right before they split and see what you do.
Yep. Absolutely.
Question, how hot are we on our Tesla Matchbox? I'm
feel pretty good about it. Yeah.
More comfortable than I thought I was going to be. I thought this was going to be a higher print run. I thought it was going to be like Matchbox tanking it, but Matt and Mark, you guys both got in, correct?
Yeah.
No, I passed. No.
Oh, Mark.
Yeah.
Cool. No, no. I see him, Mark, and I think they're going for. I mean, Mark, can you call it up? Go to eBay and just search for Tesla Roadster Matchbox. It's the white one. And they were $20. So let's see.
RLC or something or no?
Oh, they're not Red Line Club.
No, yeah, they're
Matchbox.
called something else. Yeah, Matchbox.
Matchbox doesn't do. There's a white one. That's not it. That's Cybertruck. Oh, that's that one. $30 at auction, 35 shipping. Well, that's a tough one. Keep scrolling. That was probably in the UK. That's probably a tough sell. 64. They're $20. Keep going.
That's a nice sale.
50. That's $20. Yeah. So they were $20 in the US. You're probably getting $50 for it. I'd say 45 to 60 sounds about right. You buy two of them. They did at least combine the shipping, Matt. So I did just pay the one $6.45 fee, which made me feel good.
You got two of these, is that right? Or no?
That is correct. Yeah.
Okay, I think I just bought one.
Oh,
I don't know.
Dickens.
I own one. I don't need another one.
Yeah, like
I had a hot week.
$60. That's kind of nice, new.
I had a hot week, man. I was buying that. I bought Draculaura. I was Mattelling.
Yeah.
Telling
Well, okay. Speaking of buys, and let's move on from Hot Wheels, guys. It's kind of some interesting stuff. Take a look. And if you want a celebrity NFT, I'll shoot you one. You know, you just let me know. But let's look at the MetaZoo Marketplace, Doug, because they had promos up for sale. Let me read it to you. MetaZoo and Revive Skateboard promo box for $100. And you got in this box a redeemable promo card. It is redeemable for a matching skateboard design. So whatever the card design is, you're getting the skateboard, right? And then a non-redeemable promo card in a blind pack. What do you think?
Look, I like the deal. I mean, $100 for a skateboard was probably fine. This is the thing, though. For everybody who's getting in on these MetaZoo things, you have to recognize there's always a lot of early hype for MetaZoo shit, and then it really, really, really cools off. So if you don't plan on being the first to market with your stuff, I think you're going to be in a race to the bottom with everybody else. I don't think there's as big a base, guys, and correct me if you guys think differently, but I don't think there's as big a base of investors buying this stuff hoping to make money as there once was.
No, I agree. I think early on, around like back in the dark ages of first edition Cryptid Nation, like I think a lot of people were buying knowing that they could resell a lot of stuff, especially the sealed stuff or any of the hollows, really. But since then, really, like there hasn't been a ton of opportunities to buy stuff and resell at high profits. Like I mentioned before, like I bought those Magic Cast boxes and resold them and doubled my money, but that's still $20 for each of those. Like I really don't know what opportunities there have been in the recent past where you could have bought something and then resold it on the secondary market for a substantial amount of money. Like obviously that's taking out of consideration, like if you bought packs, like we're talking like the Christmas stuff or Halloween stuff where you bought sealed packs or boxes, pulled some nice hollows and then resold those. Like I'm talking stuff like this. Like Mark was looking. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, Matt, that's exactly right. I'm worried that the market, like you said, there's no recent past where you could say you made a great profit on these, and I'm worried this is dying. That this secondary market where you're making big money is dying or dead. Maybe it's a player's game now, though, which is fantastic.
Maybe, yeah.
Will help it grow. But for our immediate purposes, and remember, guys, what can you do best with $100? I'm not sure buying a box and hoping for a skateboard that's dope is my best move. Again, that doesn't mean there's not money there. It ships end of April. This is pretty quick turnaround. They're giving you probably, 2 weeks to get it out. I don't feel super bad about it. I don't know when the skateboards will ship, but at least the turnaround time feels good.
Yeah.
And, Slim says there's. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
I was gonna say, since there's a scratch-off code, there's a possibility for something even more Willy Wonka under that scratch-off. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't get a code. Maybe you get something for you win a golden ticket. I have no idea. I'm just saying, it opens the door because you still have to do the scratch-off code, and keep in mind you still have to pay another shipping for the board itself. So. Yeah. Factor that in when if you're pricing it out and you want to sell these boards, right?
Yeah.
And Mark, to throw in quickly that scratch off, Matt, remember those old school trading cards? Like you didn't scratch them off. Now the cards from '96 that you didn't scratch off are worth much more money. The ones that were scratched off to try to crash the game.
That's right. Yeah. That's absolutely right.
The unscratched crashed games are worth much more.
The unscratched are worth much more.
Oh yeah.
Really? So if the game takes off, you want an unscratched redeemable skateboard card that might be worth something? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. It could be worth more. There's a weird market for this shit from the 90s for sure. Worst case, you get a 1 out of 300. True, Bureau. My concern is going to be what it's always been. Who's buying these cards from me? Yeah. I don't know that they're still there, that those guys are still out there. Guys like Matt, Mark, and I, at least, who were there buying secondary market stuff, we're gone. How many people like us are there who are gone? I'm concerned. I saw some PSA 10 Kickstarters ending at auction for sub $200. Like, they're full hollows.
Yeah, I was gonna say again. Slim was talking about how there was only, I think, 2,000. I'm assuming he was talking about the boards. Only 2,000 made, but like, is there more than 2,000 people that want them? I don't. I have no interest in them. Like, and granted, I'm looking at it from an investment standpoint, but I don't want any of this. How many was everybody allowed to buy? There was no cap, was there?
No cap.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know what to say. I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good. I understand that they're limited promos. Mark, what is the what the fuck was that promo I got earlier in the year? Shit, if I remember it. Oh, Loveland Mailman. What's Loveland Mailman going for? He's limited to
2,000, right? Or 1,000?
No,
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
Or 2,000, whatever. I think it's 1,000. So what's Loveland Mailman? How's he doing? Is he back up? Don't need to do promo. Just do Loveland Mailman MetaZoo. Get rid of promo. Let's see. That's the 2 cards. Set sealed. Okay. $200. You'll make money on that. $249 for the set. $199. $247. $209.
187.
187
April
auction.
10th.
137. I guess don't get that shit graded as 7. That's the
Ooh.
lesson here. Break that out. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. So
PSA 10.
PSA 10.
Took
That's
the
a
best
nice one.
offer. It was 500. I'm not sure.
So
if you plan
PSA
on-
10 gets you not even basically double your money. Like, oh.
Yeah. And look, if you plan on getting your stuff PSA graded, don't scratch it. It's the fact the redemption card unscratched graded is probably gonna be worth a decent amount. I don't know. Look, I do think for $100 and those 2 cards, you'll probably make $100 early on. I don't know. I guess I don't know what the market's gonna be for it. I guess I really don't.
Yeah, and yes, I wasn't trying to give off the impression that there is no money to be made on this. It's just that I am uncertain how much money can be made off this, and I'm uncertain of what kind of market there's going to be for this stuff once it starts getting into people's hands. Because I feel like the people that, anyone that bought stuff can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the people that wanted to get it were able to get it. Like, I know it sold out at some point, but it seemed like it was
There
pretty
for a
open
while.
for, yeah, like I don't know. I don't know who feels like, man, I missed out on this
Yeah.
one. I want to go back and buy it off the market when.
Great
I
point, man, 'cause
I did
didn't-
not feel FOMO on this one.
No.
You know, this is one of the very first ones I really didn't feel it. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's just me kind of, I don't know, but I don't know if I'm, other people are feeling it too. So
I agree with Mark there, though. Like, dude, I didn't feel FOMO either. No FOMO.
No.
I didn't see anybody on my timeline on Twitter talking about how, oh man, I missed out. That's gonna suck. Oh, I wish I knew better. Damn bots. Nobody blamed a bot one damn time. Nobody. It's like, because nobody wanted it. I don't know. I really feel like, for the most part, I didn't see a lot of people I normally see, especially people who buy big amounts of shit, people with big dollars that I kind of follow or talk to, or, they didn't give a shit. They gave no shit about this. So, yeah, the market's moving on these. I still think you make money on $100.
yeah. It might be tight margins, but and especially if you like how the board deck works, like maybe just scratch it off, redeem it, and hang it up like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's
No,
pretty cool.
no.
Like
$100 in a promo, yeah. I mean, for $100 you get a board and a promo, and then you'll pay shipping on the board. That's a good deal, especially if you have a use for the board. That to me is fantastic.
because
That's not
selling the
investing.
promo
I
might
just think it's a
cover
good deal.
your shipping and tax and stuff like that, right? You're getting
Oh, at least selling that promo, you get a good promo. It could pay for everything, so you get the board to hang on your wall, plus 50 to 150 to who knows which promo you pulled, could be even more. That would be great. The most part, though, I'm not interested in it. I'm not buying it from you. But a secondary market, I'll see somebody throw their physical skateboard up for cheap and maybe get it. But that's about the extent of my interest in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
And if you pull a shitty promo, you're stuck, man. You get stuck with the Quetzalcoatlus again or something like that. You're kind of stuck. And the only other thing, guys, is I don't understand skateboard sizes, so maybe you guys might know more about it. I just don't.
But did they give the size?
I think it's mentioned somewhere, but when I was looking up like
curious.
Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, or could I pull up what's a good one? Yu-Gi-Oh skateboard deck, or there should be other ones?
So the ones from 2020, the Yu-Gi-Oh skateboard decks from 2020 are kind of dope. Those are kind of dope.
Right?
They have like a weird hollow. They look like the shatter foil on the
Can I
back.
pull it up?
Can you see it? Oh yeah, you see it there in the top. It's kind of glittery there.
Oh, cool.
It
Yeah.
looks like the shatter foil. It's just kind of a dope. I don't know. I just think it's kind of dope, right? To me, that's dope. For a wall hanger, obviously no use for it. I'm not.
But here you go. My
skating
question:
with Yu-Gi-Oh.
8.25 deck, is that the size, or what is this?
Where are you? 8.25. I don't know what that is.
Anyone,
That's
any
not-
skaters out there? I just don't know enough about decks.
I mean, I have a skateboard, and even
I think
don't know what that means.
I would think it is. 'cause
Yeah, that's
gotta
the
be
width.
Yeah.
I think that's the width.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. 8.25 is the width. Okay. And there's some of these are 9 inches. Okay, so I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But MetaZoo isn't Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's a great point. Candy Sticks. MetaZoo
Circle gets
is
a
not,
square on that one. Yep.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, that's the width. Thank you, Tanner. Yeah, that's the width. So I'm unsure what their width is, but you know, you're gonna want 8.5, right? You don't want anything under that. But
Well, you're right. And here's the thing. Who's going out skating on it? You know, maybe like 6-7 people. Aside from those 6 or 7 people, the ones who bought these things were investors looking to flip these. So I'm going to be curious once they hit the secondary market and the battle royale ensues. Who's going to come out on top? People trying to cut prices, or people are like, you know, I love these. I missed out. I want my skateboard. I don't know. I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of people who miss the skateboard. Maybe the promos. You might see something for the promos if MetaZoo gets the second win, because I think that could be cool. I don't know that everybody has room in their collection for a skateboard.
no, it's a decoration. It's an art piece. You know, and to be honest, guys, I didn't think they looked that great. I just didn't, you know. Did you guys see the pictures? I thought there was one posted in the Discord. Maybe I could find it real quick.
I saw a few. I saw a few. I didn't mind it. I thought that...
At first, I thought that was an RB sandwich at the bottom. I wasn't quite sure, but I don't know. It's just okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just whatever, dude. It's just whatever.
Right. If my son was into skating, would I get one for him? Probably no. I'm not giving him $100. Like, go to Walmart. We'll get you something cheap. But I think it looks okay for what MetaZoo is. It says MetaZoo on it. It's very clear. Like, I think that Yu-Gi-Oh deck that just says Yu-Gi-Oh on it down there, that's a cool deck too, because it literally says what it is. If you're not in on it and it's a big old font right there, yeah, that's fine for me too. I don't mind the ones that have the big old MetaZoo or big old Yu-Gi-Oh on it. That works for me. That's okay. It's not for me. They're not for. Well, and I like things like this. I like art like that on old, like, you know, skateboards and shit, but not that. That's not for me, I don't think.
No, fair enough, Doug. And that's kind of thing is, and you know, it doesn't seem like there's a ton of sales, but you know, it's tough to kind of search for these things because there's a lot of skateboard decks that go on sale, but the specific like TCG ones, there's all sorts of.
Click on sold, Mark. See how many Yu-Gi-Ohs have sold. Click on sold. Let's see how many Yu-Gi-Ohs have actually cleared the market here.
So there's the rare ones again, which are awesome.
That's what people want, yeah.
But then you know, one a month, Doug, and one hasn't happened in April. We're due for. Or no, there's some other ones, but these are, you know, different, like tattoo artists.
It's different. Oh, that's cool. See the $82. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're good. They're just not. Again, look, you're not looking at this as your main source of income. I don't think you're buying these thinking you're gonna buy a Ferrari.
I'm gonna get the Goku one. That looks pretty cool. Hang it up.
Look, Mark, there's cool ones. Look, for the studio, shit, there's some cool ones you can get.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. Like, if people want to buy a couple and hang them up, hey, I'm not going to hate on that at all. For a piece of decent, cool art piece that you could talk to someone about, that someone might say something to it. What's up, Cat? That's definitely worth $100 to me. Like that's
would never write a
absolutely
MetaZoo board.
Get it? That's cool.
I mean, I feel that. I feel
hey,
never like. Here's the thing, though, Mark. Like, great. Let's not look at it like a skateboard. Let's look at it as a cool piece of art, a cool poster, whatever, to hang in your man cave.
Wood sculpture, almost, you could say. I don't know.
Yes, exactly, Mark. It's a physical
wood art.
piece of art. Yeah. Very cool to hang. Very cool. And I applaud MetaZoo for trying something like this. That I think maybe is at least trying to reach into a few different things. Like, it's art. It's a skateboard. It's cool. It's not a pair of pants with eyeballs around my Johnson.
It's funny because every time I wear those sweatpants, like, I usually just wear them in the security of my own house. But like, if for some reason I have to go to like the post office or something, like, I'll make sure I wear a shirt or sweatshirt long enough to cover up the creepy eyes on those things.
No, yeah, a couple times I'll be like getting you know, putting out the garbage or something, you know, just not paying attention. You know, I'm wearing them. Like, everyone's walking their kids to school, and there I am, just like. Wave at them. I don't even know what to do.
You doing? Oh God! Welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah, right.
That guy. It's a cool idea. That's all I can say. They had a cool idea. They executed a plan for them, and it sounds like the promos might get people interested. So
they made money on it, dude. They sold out. They cashed out. So good for them. Hopefully,
Absolutely.
it all works out cents wise. Because like we're talking about people redeeming stuff in the wax world. Maybe some people are just going to hold on to these cards, and there's only going to be, 1,500 of the 2,000 boards or whatever. And then everyone makes, everyone's margins get a little bit better. There you go.
Sure, absolutely. Mark, there's a lot of paths, a lot of exit strategies here. You know, you can make a little money with these, and you don't need a whole lot to go your way. You just need not everybody to race to the bottom. That's what you need. You need everybody to kind of chill the fuck out. There'll be money there.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's gonna happen?
Or get it first.
Get it first.
Get it first. Right. That's the best bet. Is just be the first one on and just pray.
Yeah, and if things do get a little things are already sold out. I was gonna say Mike could announce something that there's more to the scratch off than just this, but no, he doesn't need to. It already sold out. There's absolutely no reason to do that. It is what it is. So I like it, and it just introduces us cards with the scratch off number in MetaZoo's world. So get ready for more. I think, right?
I like the idea at least. I like
Well,
that idea.
The OG idea. Oh, I have my Bobblex cards over there. I'm not going to pull them out. But that's the OG. Vincent came up with it. And I think we talked about it. I know Mike was there at the show. So, hey, we come up with good ideas. I'm just saying, a lot of the ideas we talk about, we see in these newer TCGs. And I think that's cool. Because I think there's a lot of good ideas out there that, especially on this channel, we talk about. So I know there's a lot of channels that are just kind of miffed and asking people for advice. And saying, hey, can you tell me what's happening here? No, I can't tell you what's fucking happening here. You tell me what's happening here. That's why I watch your goddamn show, dude. You know what I mean? So things like that. Like, we don't deal with that bullshit. You know, we are inquisitive people. We are in the market. We're trying things. We got our hands out there.
Hey,
so we'll come with answers, guys. We'll come with answers. But we'll also ask questions too. So, we got both sides of it. So.
Professional asked a great question there. World of Warcraft TCG had redemptions for in-game mounts. They had redemptions for in-game all kinds of shit. And those cards were worth serious amounts of bank. I think they were either called treasure or something fucking crazy. But those cards were insane valuable. I'm surprised more people didn't jump on and copy that kind of idea. Now, I know they didn't have a game to go along with it, but why not scratch off and give them something like Topps? Man, hey, Topps did it. Topps had Super Team cards. Topps did it in the 90s, where they'd give you a set of cards if your team won the championship.
Exactly.
And you know what? They were popular. They got people to rip packs and see what was inside of them because there's a time limit on these, right? You can redeem for 12 months, so people were ripping to try to get these cards. Same thing can be said if they have redemption on these TCGs. These TCG companies won't have people sitting on their fucking product because guess what? People like me buying those boxes looking for those redemptions that have an expiration. Expire your stuff and people won't be holding your stock forever.
Yes, and I think when you have redemptions like that, it encourages people to keep buying product, especially if they're chasing like a certain kind of redemption. Like they know that there is a time, like you said, a time limit on these things. Like eventually, like there's going to be nothing available, or it's going to expire on a lot of these redemptions. Like they have to get it as soon as they can.
Absolutely, that's the main point, Matt. Is I think, look, MetaZoo has a great idea with these redemptions. If any trading card game out there is like, hey, I need people to stop holding my inventory, stop holding my stock, because you know what ends up happening is it ends up making the prices all worth like nothing. You have to give people a reason to rip them right away. And one of the best reasons in the world, gang, is these redemptions for sets or special cards. And the redemptions don't even got to be that damn common, man. I never saw a Super Team card in my fucking life. I never saw one in my life.
Not once.
But
Not once.
No, never.
What was the prize for the Crash the Game sweepstakes? Wasn't that a set of cards or something like that?
I think you got a parallel. You got the Crash the Game of that card you got a parallel of it, which was actually kind of dope. I think that parallel was kind of dope. Same thing happened with their draft redemptions. So Topps, smart, 96, 97. They hit the market before the NBA draft. They're like, what do we do? Give redemptions for the draft pick. And then guess what happens? People fill out these redemption cards, sent them in within a year, and they got this really cool parallel card. And Topps had that's why you barely see any stock in this 96, 97 stuff. And I know Kobe and Iverson, all that good stuff. But again, the reason you don't see a whole lot of Series 1, you see some Series, and you see some Series 2 because they're super expensive now, is just because, look, fucking these redemptions, people wanted it. They wanted every one of these redemptions. Same thing with the Super Team cards. These boxes got ripped and they became super valuable.
Yes, absolutely. At some point, no one's going to want to hold on to any sealed product because it gets to a point where there are things in that set that have a time limit on it. You can't hold this stuff for too long.
You force people to sell. Like MetaZoo's encountering a problem with people dumping things, and I think it's because they're so concerned about being stuck with it. Concerned about being stuck with this product because they don't see a whole lot of people going back secondary market and buying this stuff. Look at Nightfall and all this. Because the products didn't sell right away, you're holding it. Well, if you somehow introduce something that had a time limit on it, you'd see a lot of these getting swept up just because, like, I gotta rip these even if it's cheap because I want that set. I want that Mothman. I want that Bulls Super Team card. And I did want the Bulls Super Team card. I never fucking got one. Fuck.
That makes two of us. Didn't get it.
Set was dope though. Set was you get the mystery finest.
Oh yeah.
No border
border.
mystery finest refractor set. If you had the Bulls Super Team card.
How awesome.
Right? And but your team made the championship game, Mark. Guess what? You got the bordered refractor set. Your team made the finals in their conference. Got the borderless refractor. But you still got a card. Yeah,
pretty cool though. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, I have. I got in tops. I got the scratch off. It's like a home run scratch off. So if I predict the date Freddie Freeman hits a home run, I get a parallel card. So there you go. There's a scratch off I have.
It's just this season. It's just this season. Mm-hmm. And the sooner you get it and submit it, Mark, more season you have to pick a game for. I mean, it's these things these companies are doing now that I think trading card game companies are so far behind on, Matt, that sports cards were doing since the 90s.
Yeah. And to be fair, like, they took an idea that was popular at a certain time and brought it back. Like, I don't recall, and correct me if I'm wrong, Doug, like, do you recall anything like that in, like, the 2000s? I only remember that from being, like, a mid-90s thing, from what I can remember.
Not in the 2000s, and you're right. I mean, but the 2000s, so just brief history of cards. Those early 2000 cards, they were expensive like cards are today. Like when they first came out, everybody's paying insane amounts of money. The thing that tanked them a little bit in basketball specifically is those draft classes were shit.
They were awful. Awful.
They couldn't carry shit, so that they just crashed. They brought everything kind of back to reality with it. But football was great, except for 2001 football was great, and then you started seeing it tapering off, except for 2003. But yeah. So there you go. It's just an idea, guys, that I think you can't look at things in a vacuum anymore. These companies need to start looking at what other companies who've sold cards have done. There's a way. There's a way to you guys can capitalize so much more. And you know what? If you just want to shout us out on this card, just draw pictures of us on them. The TRL redemption.
There you go.
I'd be all right with that.
Perfect.
You draw us and send it to us. We'll redeem it with an autograph.
Dave number one time special.
Yeah, Dave number one time. Yeah, that's what.
Keep an eye out, guys. We will have a pack auction later this month, so we'll let you know. But keep an eye out.
Waiting a little over a year for 2 redemptions of Panini. From what I've read, a little over a year's no time at all. You're just a baby in the waiting line right now, isn't it?
Right?
You're at the back. You're at the back of the line.
That's what I'm saying. Good luck with that. Yeah.
Yeah, more like 2 years. Yeah. Good luck.
At least 2 years. One guy had one that was like 4 years. They finally sent him. And it was some bullshit rookie. I forgot what it was. Who was good as a rookie. Oh, I gotta go to Twitter and find it, but it was good. It was very enjoyable.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. All right, guys. You got anything else you want to talk about before we peace out on this Hangout Friday? Anything else on your mind before we send people on to this Easter weekend?
Hope everybody has a great weekend, man. Chills, does whatever they do on Easter weekend. I'm gonna have a relaxing weekend. That's my goal. Relax.
Same.
All right, sounds good, guys. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll keep an eye out for more drops next week. I think we have kind of a slow week. I think. We'll see. We'll keep an eye out.
I think we're due next week. For a lot of Mattel sheet. I'm keeping my head on a swivel.
I think you're right.
I think I'm going to see some Monster High hit. I'm going to see probably a Hot Wheels. I'm going to see some things. Okay,
right.
So I got to.
I'm ready. Yeah, well, hopefully.
My chain is on the way.
We've been spoiled, so, so this is probably, cool down is okay. We'll see. But, yeah. But yeah, if we have nothing else, guys, then as we always say to end the show, guys, is pull the big one. All right, peace, guys. Everybody have a great weekend. We will see you on Monday. Peace.
Get easy, guys.